Welcome to the 15th video tutorial of this series. In previous video tutorial, we learned about loops, and in Python we have total two loops with while loops and for loop. Now we have already learned about use cases of while loop. Now we are going to look how we can use for loop and what are the scenarios. So here I have a file. Now to use a for loop, we must have a list collection or a tuple data structure. So in this case, suppose I have a data structure list over here. The values are 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now if I want to print all the elements of it, so either I can do it with the help of index basis like list and the index 0. Similarly, if I want to print the second element, I have to write it like this, and if I want to get the third element, I have to write the index as 2. So if I run this file, you can see the output 10, 20, 30 because we have displayed all the elements on the basis of their index. So okay, if I run this file, I will get 10, 20, 30 and 40 as an output. So what if I want to display all the elements, but I do not want to write all the elements on the basis of their index, because there can be a case when a list can contain 1000 number of items. So in that condition, I have to write this print statement 1000 number of times. So to avoid that, what I can do is I can use a for loop. Instead of writing all the elements in a separate line and accessing them on the basis of index, I can use a for loop like this. The syntax of for loop is the for keyword like this, then I have to write or define a variable over here, and I'll write in operator, and inside this after this I will pass the data structure on which I want to apply the for loop, so which is over here. Now I'll try to display the value x over here, because we already have a little bit understanding of for loop. What it does, it iterates the elements in this list and assigns all the elements to x one by one. So in the first go, when this loop will be executed, the value of x will be 10, and in the second time the value of x will be 20, similarly 30 and 40, and we are trying to display the value over here. So if I run this file, so you can see the output again. We got 10, 20, 30 and 40 as an output with the help of for loop. So this is the basic syntax how we can use a for loop over here. So now this list can be assigned over here as well. Apart from that, we also can assign this list directly over here. So again, if I try to display, I try to run this file, and you can see the output is 10, 20, 30 and 40 over here. So this for loop will be executed, and it will take one by one element from this list and will assign into the x variable, and that x variable we are displaying over here. Now this also can be done with the help of tuple. So if I run this file, let's see what will be the output, and we can see that the output is 10, 20, 30 and 40. That means we can apply a for loop in the scenario whenever we have a data structure. The data structures could be list, tuple, set, and dictionary, whatever it is. So we can apply a for loop and we can display it with the help of in operator like this. So for x is a variable, and for x in this tuple or list, and we are trying to access or display over here. So this is the basic use of for loop. Now there can be a scenario when we do not want to display the element 20 over here. So in that case, I can write if x equals to 20. So from previous video tutorial, we know that there is a keyword continue. So what it will do is it will stop the execution of the loop for this statement, or it will not let other statements after this keyword will display, and it will directly go to the loop for next element. So what continue statement does is it starts executing the loop for next element over here. So in this case, what we are doing, if the value of x equals to 20, so we do not want it to be displayed, but we want this loop again go for next element. So in this case, the output will be 10, 30, 40. So you can see the output is 10, 30, 40 because at the time of the value when x was 20, we have written a continue keyword over here. What if I want to display only till 30? So I write a condition over here. That means when the value of x equals to 40, I want the loop to be break. Means we do not want it to be executed once this condition is met. So we are displaying it till. So once the value is 10, so this condition is false. That means it will display the value 10. Again, for second iteration, when the value is 20, again this condition is fail. Again it will display 20 over here. For the next iteration, the value will be 30 and this condition will be false again and it will display 30 as an output. But in the case of 40, the condition is true and it will display this line of code and the loop will be broken. So if I run this file, and you can see the output 10, 20, 40. It did not print, it did not display 40 over here, 40 over here because this condition was true and it breaks the loop. The break keyword breaks the whole loop. So this was the use of for loop.